The Canadian automotive market is officially shifting in 2026, and if you own a gas-powered or early-generation electric vehicle, your net worth is at risk. Let us explore exactly why the Chinese electric vehicle Influx is destroying resale values. For the past several years, Canadians have treated vehicles as unusually stable assets. During the supply chain shortages of the early 2020s, we even saw used cars appreciate in value. But those days are completely over. We are now entering a completely unprecedented era in the Canadian automotive sector, and it is being driven by a massive structural change in international trade agreements. As of early 2026, the Canadian government enacted a new managed quota system, allowing up to 49,000 Chinese electric vehicles to enter the country annually at a drastically reduced tariff rate of just 6.1%. This is a monumental pivot from the previous 100% surtax that kept these vehicles out. Brands like BYD, which stands for Build Your Dreams, are no longer a distant theoretical threat to domestic automakers. They are physically landing at ports in Vancouver right now, and they are bringing technology and pricing structures that are going to send a shockwave through the secondary market. BYD is currently the largest electric vehicle manufacturer on the planet, having outsold Tesla globally. They do not just build cars, they own their entire supply chain. They mine their own lithium, they manufacture their own highly advanced blade batteries, they build their own microchips, and they even own the shipping vessels that transport the cars across the Pacific Ocean. Because they control every single step of the manufacturing and distribution process, they can produce vehicles at a cost that North American and European legacy automakers simply cannot match. So, what does this mean for the everyday Canadian driver? It means a brutal, accelerated depreciation curve for the vehicle sitting in your driveway. Let us look at the fundamental economics of the used car market. The value of a used asset is always dictated by the price and availability of a superior new alternative. Under this new trade agreement, Canadian consumers are going to see brand new, highly capable electric vehicles hitting the market with starting prices around $25,000 to $35,000. These are not cheap, stripped-down golf carts. These vehicles come equipped with heat pumps for Canadian winters, advanced driver assistance systems, luxury interiors, and ranges exceeding 400 kilometers per charge. Furthermore, companies like BYD are actively rolling out flash charging technology in Canada, promising to charge a battery from 10% to 70% in just 5 minutes. If a consumer can walk into a dealership and purchase a brand new, technologically superior electric vehicle with a comprehensive factory warranty for $30,000, the entire pricing floor of the used car market collapses. Why would any rational buyer pay $28,000 for your 4-year-old gasoline-powered sedan that is out of warranty and requires expensive routine maintenance? The answer is simple: they will not. To remain competitive, used car dealerships will have to slash their listing prices. When retail used prices fall, trade-in values plummet even faster. Industry data from European markets that adopted Chinese electric vehicles earlier in the decade paints a very clear and terrifying picture for vehicle owners. In those markets, the introduction of hyper-competitive, low-cost electric vehicles accelerated traditional vehicle depreciation by up to 50% over a 24-month period. That means a vehicle you expected to be worth $20,000 when your lease or finance term ends might suddenly be worth $10,000. For the average Canadian household, a vehicle is typically the second largest purchase they will ever make. It represents a significant portion of their available credit and personal balance sheet. Watching that asset depreciate at double its normal rate can completely disrupt your long-term financial planning, especially if you are rolling negative equity from one car loan into the next. We are going to see a massive wave of Canadians who are completely underwater on their car loans, owing far more to the bank than the vehicle could ever sell for on the open market. To protect yourself, you must stop viewing your vehicle as a static mode of transportation and start aggressively treating it as a highly depreciating financial liability. If you are currently driving a vehicle that holds significant equity, now might be the absolute best time to liquidate that asset before the massive influx of 49,000 low-cost alternatives hits the broader market later this year. You need to calculate exactly how much your vehicle is costing you in real depreciation dollars every single month. If you want to run the exact numbers on your current vehicle depreciation and see how a sudden market shift will impact your personal balance sheet, go to www.northcalc.com and use our free asset tracking tools. Do not let your vehicle become a massive financial liability that traps you in a cycle of endless debt. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to understand more about the future of transportation costs, be sure to watch my previous video where we discussed the hidden tax strategies of owning rental properties in this current economy.